Yo, welcome guys. Today I basically just want to go over a quick little tier list for you guys of the new units. I want to start with the new units and the new legendaries, and then I'll go over and place where the other units rank in this. Now I would list legendaries, but I'm pretty sure most of you guys know which are the good legendaries, Orwin, Dio, Giorno, and I would say that this new, let's just start it off like right off the bat. I'd say this new legendary here, as for a legendary, right, his utility is pretty good. I'd put him at an A. I believe he has like a freeze ability. Now this Noboru, I think she is a little underwhelming. I actually put her between B and C. I don't think she's that great. I don't think her utility is that good. Maybe I haven't seen enough about her. I haven't gone in depth with her, but to be honest guys, I think she's a little lackluster. I'll be generous, I'll put her at B just because she's a new legendary, and every new unit they actually make it pretty good. Gojo guys, he's an S. Now the reason why I'm gonna put him at S, guys, if you guys don't know what Gojo's whole deal is, when you evolve Gojo, he has the ability to just keep being upgraded by using the eye item, which let me just show you guys what the eye item is. So this is the Rikugan Eye, and if you collect 6 of these, you have the ability to get an interesting item from Gojo if you come over here and talk to Gojo. I believe that he is not accessible unless you finish the new story, and you can enter this domain. You talk to Gojo. As you can see, he says finding 6 Rikugan eyes, right, blah blah blah. Once you get that, he actually gives you the item that you need to evolve Gojo, and then after Gojo is evolved, you can keep coming here and talking to this guy and keep upgrading Gojo, which is kind of ridiculous guys. It's absolutely insane. I think that he has the highest potential of being the most broken unit in this game, and I don't think he's limited, which means that you can keep upgrading him for basically the entirety of this game and have a really stacked unit that just never stops being he's basically, there's no cap, there's no limit, so he can keep being upgraded, which is kind of ridiculous. I don't know what the percentage is. I should probably look into that. I'll make a video on that soon, but I mean, the fact that he has an infinite potential just makes him pretty broken in my opinion. Okay, so the next one is Megumi, and honestly guys, his utility is nice. He has a Blackbeard ability, but I don't want to, guys, remember that the reason why I put these guys so high up is because they're legendaries. So we're basing them off of legendaries. If we are basing them off of their actual potential against these mythicals, they'd be like at D default. But these are 4 because they're legendaries and comparing them to legendaries. But Megumi, honestly, I think he's an A. He's got decent DPS, damage, and all that great stuff. Yeah, I believe that his ability actually makes it similar to Blackbeard, where they get cursed and therefore take 15% increased damage. I would put him higher, honestly. His DPS isn't that bad, and his utility is actually really good for that 50% increased damage. His SPA is actually quite low at 8, and his range is decent. I might put him up here, but I'm just gonna leave him for right here for now, because I want to talk about nanami. Kent here, man, this dude is honestly, I think, I think he's a little bit overhyped. I don't know where I want to put him, because his ability is kind of crazy though. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know, what do you guys think? I think I'm gonna put him at S, just because for infinite runs he's 100% an S, and he's actually not that bad. He has a really decent SPA, a decent amount of DPS. I believe Megumi's DPS is, when evolved, is like 4,900, and I believe Kent is at like 4,900 as well, like 5,000 around, which is pretty decent. So yeah, and he evolves into a secret, and his ability is something that we haven't seen before. I believe it's called overtime, and every second round he gets an increase in damage. So for infinite runs, he's insane. Like, he's the go-to guy. But I think that if you were to choose who to get between these guys, I mean, honestly, don't even go for Megumi, because you can just get Blackbeard instead. You don't really need Megumi. You should probably go for Kent, since he's limited, and then Gojo you can always go for later, and I think Kent is going to be very good, and I think he's going to be very helpful. Now Itadori, just because he doesn't have an evolution, I'll put him at A, but I think his evolution is going to be Sukuna, and if Gojo's evolution was this crazy, then I think Itadori's is gonna be absolutely immense. I don't know what you guys think. What do you guys think is gonna be his evolution? What do you think is gonna be Sukuna's like power? Is gonna be something similar to Gojo's? I don't know, man, but they went balls deep on Gojo, and I don't know what they're gonna do for Itadori because of that. Now that we're basically done with all the new units, I believe that was all the new units, we can start talking about the old units and where they stand in comparison to these guys, and maybe start switching some of these up. So again, Self, super perfect. I think he's one of the greatest units. Super low SPA, very high DPS and damage, and great range as well, and very awesome for the flying units. This is the great thing about this dude, is that he's great for flying units. Broly, okay, I don't even know what to deal with Broly anymore. Like that dude, like I should have added another thing where it was like don't even buy. Let's just say that D is don't buy, for D for don't buy. So just don't even buy Broly. They tried buffing him, but he was honestly just he was just unbearable. Like I don't even know why I have him on this tier list, to be honest. Okay, Urza. Now I should have brought all forms of Urza, but I think that Urza, she's not that great anymore. I think her lightning form is probably, it could be considered an S tier, to be honest. I think that she's probably between A and S tier. I don't think that people should be going for her because they're gonna just keep releasing better units. So just save your gems. If you don't already have Urza, just save your gems. She's honestly not that great. I think she was a little bit overhyped. Netaru, he's great and all, but I just think there's better units for him that have better utility and everything. He's just raw damage, and he's got great AoE. He's got great damage, but to be honest, yeah, he's not that great. So I'm gonna put him at B tier, and I'm just gonna yeah, but I think Netaru is a B tier. I don't think he's that great. Super Trunks, I'm a bit biased. I'm gonna put him at A just because looking at it in raw DPS, I'm pretty sure Netaru is a little bit better than Super Trunks. But the reason I'm putting Super Trunks above Netaru is I would even put him at, no, I wouldn't put him at S tier, to be honest. The reason I'm putting Super Trunks here is because he has the potential of being, you have the potential of getting a good trait on him, like Godspeed, unique, and with like way better chances than you were, especially if you're not pay to win. So Gon, I'm also gonna put him at A. I would put him down, honestly. He's like you know, I think he's a bit overhyped sometimes. I don't think he's that great, but his range is ridiculous, and to be honest, the fact that you can get a good trait on him as well, I gotta put him at A. I'm a little bit biased with these guys, to be honest. Now Gray, you know, I'm gonna put him at B. You know, his SPA is just way too big for his utility. You know, like he has great utility, he freezes people, but there's honestly better units for freezing if you want to do support. Gray is just not that great. Like that's all I can really say about this guy. Like honestly, don't buy Gray. Like he's just not worth it anymore. And you know what, I'm gonna put Gray at C just because Natsu, I would put him at D. Don't buy him anymore. He's got decent DPS, but there's just better units. And you know, the reason why so many people were buying Natsu is because it's fire damage, doing a 4 times multiplier to the ice mages in that dungeon, and then all that stuff. But that stuff is about to go away. So I mean, if you're gonna use him, he's probably A tier for ice mages, probably S tier, honestly. He's probably the best for ice mages. But if we're not talking about ice mages, he's honestly, there's better units that you can get that do more damage and whatnot. Jelly Heaven, I'm gonna put him at A tier. He's honestly not that great. I think he's a bit overhyped. The amount of like just the amount of dungeons you have to do for this dude is just ridiculous. He's just really not that worth it. I don't think so, at least. I would put him at S tier because I just tried so hard to get him, but my Cell Super Perfect already does more damage. So it's, you know, I think Lightning Ursa is better, so you might as well just go for her. Lucy, oh my god, don't even get me started on that person, dude. I don't even know why she's in the game. Like, take her out of the game. Actually, I don't know, dude. I think I'm a bit biased with Lucy because I just think her utility is disgusting. Like, what even is it? She's a secret summoner unit and she doesn't even summon like repeatedly. It's just, you know, I don't know, man. Unless you get a disgustingly great trait on her, like unique or something, then she'll go up. I don't even think she's worth it. Like honestly, for the limited, she's not even in the game anymore. Honestly, if you didn't get her, you saved yourself. She's not great. I don't think so. Let me know in the comments down below. If you think Lucy is good, please let me know. I don't get her, to be honest. I'm eager to learn. Okay, now we got Crush here. Crush, dude, I'd put him at S, but I think S is more for like, no, okay, Crush is S. In my opinion, I think Crush is so good. Like, I think he's a bit under looked in terms of his DPS. I'm pretty sure his DPS is actually pretty high. I think he's just a little expensive. His range and that full circle AoE that he does is really good. A lot of people thought Gon was better than Crush, so Crush, I think he goes towards S because his utility breaking shields is just so good, especially for maps that have a lot of shields. Most maps have shields, so you kind of want something like Crush. Now if you're a Gon meat rider, I'm so sorry, don't take this offensively, but I don't think Gon is that great. Okay, so Diavoro, I don't even know, man. I'm gonna put him at C. I'm putting him at D. Don't even buy this guy. I don't even know what his purpose is. Like, I have 2 of him and I haven't even used them because I don't even want to use him. Aaron full, and I got the legendary because I haven't evolved him. I want to get a good trait. So just think that this is Aaron evolved. Aaron Founding Titan, I think he's still a very solid unit. He might even be S because of the fact that you can get unique on him, and that's probably the best. You want to get unique on him, honestly. King Miriam, again, a phenomenal unit, dude. This is probably the guy you want to go for if you're gonna go for like flying. I'd put him at S, dude. He's an S tier unit. I'm not gonna lie, he's great. Like, that's the kind of unit you want to get if you don't want to grind for Cell, and if you don't want to grind for Jalal, you want King Miriam. Definitely 100%. Okurio, he's kind of outdated now. He was very good before, great damage and all that great stuff, but he's just outdated now, so you shouldn't even buy him. But I'll put him at C tier because he still does relatively good damage. Pito, again, like, just disgustingly outdated. Like, this unit was very good when it came out, but then, you know, all these units kind of came in and took over. I'll put her at C. Ichigo Full Hollow, I don't even know why they had that unit. He just has a cool pose, that's it. Like, I don't even know why they have that unit anymore. Like, to be honest, like, what was the deal with having that unit be so bad without an evolution? I just didn't get it. All fours, you know, decent utility but underwhelming damage, and his utility, you know, like, he can push people back, that's great and all. I'll put him towards C. Kisuko, again, dude, W support. This is as good as it gets. This is the best support unit in the game. He's a bit underrated in my opinion. I think that a lot of people have replaced him and stuff, but he's still one of the best support units. I think he's great for infinite runs, so I'm gonna put him up here. I think he's amazing. I really do. I don't use him though. Red Scar, you know, again, another one of these units that is actually pretty good, but he's just underwhelming compared to everybody else. At the end of this video, I'm going to show you guys like which ones you should go for first and all that stuff. I don't know, guys. I just don't think he's that great. Rengoku, don't even buy him. Don't bother. His, like, the fire thing, like, again, like, he's not even worth it to grind for his evolution, so don't even buy him. Akainu, you know, he was good when the whole Ice Mage thing, but, you know, you can just get Natsu, honestly. So Akainu, don't even buy him. He's a little bit underwhelming. And then we got Uryu. Uryu is pretty good, but again, there's better units. I'll put him at B tier just because there's better units. King Miriam is better, Jalal is better, and Urza Lightning is just better. So Uryu just kind of isn't that great. So don't go for Uryu. Honestly, go for King Miriam. Now Kyoto, I'm putting him at S tier. He's like the best starting mythical unit that you can go for. He's super easy to evolve. He's super like great even without his evolution. He's got an immense amount of range. He's like the best starting mythical unit. I still think he's one of the best. Killua, I don't have his mythical form for some reason. Like, every time I get off, he's like on the banner and I miss him, so I haven't been able to get him. I think his utility is actually really strong. The stun is very good. I put him at A just because his stun is very good. Okay, Kit, honestly, you know, we can't even get him anymore, so I might as well just put him at don't. I don't think he's that great. Okay, like, for Kit, like, if you had Frenzy on him, I think he's like a B. He's not even that great, to be honest. I think people wasted their time on him. Mochi, another great support unit. I think Hisoka is better, though, so I'm gonna put him at B just because you know, you're better off getting Hisoka. The thing about Killua is I don't think there's any other units that have stun, so he's actually, you know, actually somebody you might want to get. And Kent, we already talked about this guy, so. Alright, guys, that's pretty much the mythical tier list with the new legendaries as well. To be honest, guys, if you want to know who you should go for, I say that you should go for, you know, go for Kent since he's a limited time unit. Go for Kent for sure. That's probably, you know, the mythical unit that you kind of want to go for as fast as possible since you want to get his secret and he's limited. The second mythical you should go for is probably Kyo, just because if you don't already have Kyo. Just because of his raw damage, his damage is amazing, his range is amazing, his evolution is amazing. He's probably one of the best heavy hitters. Once you get into the flying things, definitely the next unit that you should go for is King Miriam, just because of his flying. Like, he's the best that is accessible really easily in the unit banner. Sorry. So yeah, Ken, Kyo, King Miriam. After that, once you want to start looking into utility, get Crush as your 4th mythical. Don't go for something like Killua or anything like that. Honestly, save the support for after you've gotten everything you wanted, because you don't really need those units unless you're doing infinite runs and you're trying to get on leaderboard. But Crush is just really good because of that shield. I think I'm a little bit biased. I think his damage is also very good, so I honestly think that Crush is a well-rounded unit, and I think he's underrated. Now you guys can't even get him anymore, so I'm sorry about that. Now once you want to get into more like grinding mechanisms into the game, like you actually want to put more time into it, try to go for super perfect cell. You know, get the epic cell and just use your star remnants on it. And if you get a good reroll, something like divine or unique, then you should honestly evolve him into cell super perfect, or even perfect if you just want, you know, don't want to grind too much, because I'm pretty sure perfect is actually pretty decent. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, comment down below what do you guys want to see next. That's gonna be it for this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.